Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a bit of a different video to share with you. I've had a lot of people asking me questions on what I use to melt my wax, whether it's vendor wax, Walmart wax, whatever it might be. What do I use in my home to do that, and so on and so forth. Before we go any further with the details, I will tell you what's on my lips. On the base, I have Max Angel. That's on the base of my lips, and then of course I can't go without a little topper, and that would be Buxom's Full On Lip Cream in the color Sandy, right there. Okay, so what I've decided to do is I'm going to show you guys what I have. I have 4 different wax melters. I do not own one that's a tea light melter. These are all electric, so they all have a light bulb in them. So we'll do a little quick rundown. Hopefully it's quick. So with that being said, the very first one I ever purchased, I purchased it actually, it was a discount, on discount at a drugstore called PharmaSave here in Canada. Anyway, it was this one right here. I don't know the name of the company. I can't find it anywhere on this at all. It is a plug-in electric. There's the little clicker, and when it is on, there's a little, there's a little red light that will shine on when it's on, and of course it heats the base. And here's a removable dish for your wax. Now, this is the only one of this kind that I have in my home where I can put this on, melt wax this way, or this is the only one I have where if I've got a dud of a candle, it's just not working out my way, PWS, that kind of thing, puny wick syndrome, I can take that although this is a good candle, I'm just saying I could take a bad candle that's been acting horribly through the burning process, place this on top. This is on and nice and warm, and slowly but surely it will melt this candle from the bottom up. You won't get a huge amount of scent throw on this melted candle until such time as the entire thing liquefies, because it's got to liquefy from the bottom up. So it might be half liquefied, but it's still solid along the top. It's not until it really gets through and everything becomes a liquid before it goes out and emanates in your entire space that you have this in. So I got this, like I said, on clearance, PharmaSave. It was like $20. I'm sure you can get very expensive ones. I'm sure you can get cheaper ones maybe at Walmart. I just happened to be walking by. I'm like, hey, this is the first one I ever got. So I just picked it up because it was there as an opportunity. And I thought, hey, I'll give it a try. So that is that. And this one in particular, I will say, I'll just show you the where you put the wax. This is the biggest base, and I can put the most amount of wax in this particular jar. Anyway, so I do a lot of blending with this one. I put, like, things that smell like the sweet cherry pie, blend a bunch of different things, and try to mimic a candle perhaps. So I really like to use this one to blend a lot, and this is actually in my living room area, just over my shoulder right here. That's where this particular wax melter resides. All right, the next one after that I picked up, went to Walmart, and this is when I started buying a lot of Walmart wax, especially the fall of 2016. This is the next one I picked up. Again, and it's got a long cord. I mean, I've obviously just made it shorter. There's the little clicker there. This is electric. This is the removable dish. It's seen better days. I did drop it. There's a bit of a chip. That's my bad. So, and this is on a 25-watt light bulb, which you can get replacements of, which I did buy them right away when I was at Walmart. They were right next to all of this is a Sensational, I know that much. This was a Sensational one. I just remember that it doesn't say, again, why doesn't it? But the box, it's Sensational. It's the same brand, just like that, Sensationals. And anyway, 25-watt bulb. They sell, at least at my local Walmart, they sell all the different types of bulbs for all the different types of warmers, and that right next to the warmers. And in my Walmart too, it's not like, I know there's an aisle for candles, but that's not even where I go. I don't even touch that aisle because I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of the candles at Walmart. I have tried, I have failed. We're not going back to that. But there's a hole in the Walmarts in my 2 locations closest to me. It's actually where the lamps are sold. Don't know if that's the case for everybody else. You actually have to go away from the candle section and go to where they sell lamps. And they have wax melts, like a plethora, at least in my stores, of wax melts and then melter. So this is Hui. I think it's Hui. Anyway, sorry. So, and there's a couple of holes in the back here, so light does shine out when the bulb is on. Obviously the light comes through, and of course it melts just like the last one. It melts this by bulb, this tray, and so on and so forth. Now, as you can see, very big difference in how much one can put into these trays. This one, I mean, I could put a crazy amount of wax in there if I felt like it, if I wanted to add or blend. This, I would say, I put about 2 cubes of, say, a Sensationals, or if you're doing Bender wax, just a smaller cube in here. And that is what I use. And I love owls. You guys, if you've been around for a little while, you know that. I have lots of owls and I love them. So that is that. Then I will show you my beloved, probably my favorite purchase of 2017 thus far, huh? Trying to be all fancy. Where am I? Oh, here we go. It's from Bath & Body Works. And the sleeves, I have to kind of keep it separate here. The sleeves are interchangeable. This is like almost a rose gold metallic leaf pattern with sparkles. This does slide off. Just like what they've done with their fine fragrance mists that have these like little sleeves on them. So anyway, there's this. This is no different than everything else. Now this sits on top. First of all, it is another 25 watt bulb, which you could still get at Walmart or maybe your local hardware store or grocery store. But Walmart would probably be cheaper. It's still electric. See the little clicker? Still plug it in. This one lives in my bedroom. That little owl, I should say, is in my kitchen. So the big one's in the living room, the owl's in the kitchen, and this one's in my bedroom. When it's plugged in, this whole thing is lit up. There's lots of pictures I've posted on so on Instagram, which is, I always keep my Instagram account linked below. I totally spat. Linked below. Wow, so my apologies. Anyway, so you've got the little thing here. You put it on the top, and this is the most beautiful thing. I don't know what it is. Unlike the owl one, which is still white, it's no different really. Actually, I have the same kind of wax in this right now as this owl. But for whatever reason, whatever they've done to make this tray, like you can almost not see through it, but you can see like kind of through from the top. You can see when it's melted, it's almost liquefied of that color, purple. And again, I posted on Facebook. It's gorgeous. It lives in my bedroom. I love this so much. This is probably, like I say, my very favorite purchase thus far of 2017. So that lives in my bedroom. And this one can carry a little bit more. I find that this dish at Bath & Body Works is a little bit bigger. It doesn't look that way. I find this one to be a little more shallow than the Bath & Body Works one. So if I wanted to, I could probably get away with 3 cubes if I had to. But generally, I don't need that much. So I'm just gonna take that down here. And lastly, as my gift, I received this as a gift, which is awesome. So this one goes in my my bathroom. It is one of those ones, again, it's a plug-in at Walmart. It's got the little, I'm just gonna take it apart. It's got a little clicker for on and off at the front, which obviously faces out so you can deal with that. And I can't remember how many watt bulb that is. I'd have to take it. I can't remember. Is it like 15 to 100? 15 watts, 15 watt bulb. So again, you can get hardware stores, grocery stores if they sell them near you, but Walmart's probably the cheapest. So this just sits over top of this. There's a hole in the bottom and it sits like so. And it glows again because there is little holes all throughout this little thingamajig, this holder. It glows out, and then there's this little, now it's not replaceable, it's actually the whole thing. I'd have to take, and I'll show you in a second. I take this whole thing, I remove it from this, take it to the freezer, but we'll talk about that, and this whole thing goes in there to remove the wax. So those are the items that I have, and so on and so forth. Now, I purposely did this. I just finished up doing some wax melting. I want to show you how easy it is to remove these wax melts. It is no fuss, no muss. It really is simple. So this is the big one here, and I only just shut it off like 40 minutes ago, and I stuck it in the freezer. Once the whole tray cooled, then I threw it in the freezer. I've literally just taken this all out of the freezer just prior to talking, and you pop it in my freezer for less than an hour and it's out. I did not even adjust that, nothing. This one is for the Bath and Body Works one. And then this one here is, oh, this one's a little bit trickier, but normally it's not. Oh, there. You just pressed it. I just had to press it a little bit more. Look it's clean. No muss, no fuss. That's Bath and Body Works. This is the owl one. Of course it's going to do this to me now, but really, oh, there it is. No muss, no fuss. Really, there is not any mess. That's the owl. And then we've got the one that goes in my bathroom. That's how shallow that one is too. So that's only maybe at maximum 2 cubes of like the sensational styles. Again, clean. The owl one, clean. Bath and Body Works, clean. And this one's red, but it's clean. Now here's the thing. So that's super easy and like super carefree. Now I will say my owl one, because I tried, I don't know, maybe it's a type of surface that this particular owl one has the platter for, the bowl, the dish. It has gotten dirty, like i.e. it's not just as simple as washing it with a cloth. So all I do is just wet a small corner of Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, which I know is not the most, it's very chemically and things like that. And so if there's anybody, comment down below if there's anything else that you know will clean this. You've tried, tested, and true. Let us all know. But wet a little damp portion, like a damp in the corner of a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, and I just rub on the inside of this and then rinsed off at the end. And that was after like 20 melts or something like that. So that is for that. And as far as everyone's different when it comes to how long they let their melters melt. Some people it's 24 hours. And for myself, it's kind of weird. It's still a bit strange. So if I hate the scent, I will leave it on all day while I'm at work. Turn it off when I get home, put something I really like in when I'm home. Very rarely do I have it on overnight. It is more like just, or if I'm just trying to use up the scent, if I know I've only got a little bit of time left, that kind of thing. Sorry, I'm just adjusting here. Then I'll put it on overnight. But really, it's mostly when I'm home, just as I would have done for candles. But that's the nice thing. It's 25-watt light bulb versus a flame. That is super sketchy to let don't ever leave your home when you got candles burning. That scares me so much. Anyway, safety first, right? So, I mean, there's no different really. I mean, we plug in our coffee makers. They may not be on, but they're plugged in, that kind of thing. I mean, there's energy being run all the time in your home. Your TV's constantly plugged in. It may not be on, things like that. So for me, a 25-watt bulb, it may not, even if it's on, it's not, to me, I think, obviously err on the side of caution. Be careful. Follow the rules and instructions. Everything's attached when you purchase these things. These melters, they do have like little instruction manuals and tips and tricks and things like that. But this is just what I've done, and I'm really enjoying it. Again, no muss, no fuss. I mean, look at, this is my, it's pretty easy actually. I don't know. That's the problem, is what I'm finding. I've been using this melter so much lately to melt down bad, unfortunate candles that dud out on me below the 50% mark. And that ticks me off, because my Bath and Body Works doesn't, they'll really, you shouldn't bring, well, I don't bring them back a candle with less than 50% of the candle left, because I mean, it kind of looks like I burnt the whole thing or most of it, and now I'm having problems. Well, why now? It's just not what I'm going to do. But this thing's getting a lot of use. I might actually get another one where I can replace this dish and have it in the house, because I have been finding that this is a bit of an issue for me with candles, like 3-wick candles from from Bath and Body Works and things like that. You will see, I know it seems like a lot of people are going over to wax melts. Again, most of us are still burning candles. Don't fret. But in reality, in the grand scheme of things, when I work full time, I'm on a pager. So like, for example, this morning at 5:30 in the morning, we were out. Not that I would have had a candle burning at 5:30 in the morning, but my lifestyle, and for the most part, for a lot of people that I follow on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook pages galore, their lives are really busy. The candles actually, I'm not saying that you're not busy if you're burning candles, because like I say, I burn candles too. But I just find wax melts and melting is so much more simple, easy, fuss and mess free. Just don't bump them when they're wet or when they're liquefied and they go everywhere. That's a waxident waiting to happen. Just things like that. Like, I don't know. I love candles. This is where my passion is. It always has been. Yeah, but these wax vendors are amazing, and they're pumping out some scents that I wish that, you know, Bath and Body Works would either A, bring out, or B, bring out some of the things that we really wanted, and we've been crying out for them for so long. And then with the vendor wax or with Walmart wax, I've had a great time blending and mixing my own creations. And a lot of vendors, you go on their site and you can blend your own. If you can concoct your own cocktail, you do that. And what an awesome feeling that is, to know that you've picked something out, or say a fellow friend of yours on YouTube may have created a scent. Perfect. You pick out their scent that they've, you know, put on some sort of site, you know, whatever company that might be. And so that's really fun. It just seems way more fun. I've got less soot in my house. Yeah, I will always, I'm still reviewing candles. I'm just trying to figure out, there's not much else to say. I'm still going to review candles. I still have candles. I still have some on my list to purchase at Bath and Body Works. I will go into my discount stores, of course, but it's a huge switch. But to me, it's worth it for the ease. And everyone's lifestyle is different. Mine's definitely busy. I may be a single gal, but you know, being single doesn't mean I sit around the house and eat bonbons. No, I'm like super, super busy. I am go, go, go. So I'm not always home to sit there and babysit a candle either. So not that this is a rant. It was more an informative video to show you what I have in my home for the purpose of melting, what I would do to clean and to remove wax, to be rid of it. And things like that. So you guys, I appreciate you if you stuck around this long. It's another long video of mine. So as always, be safe and have fun.